following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future, and presented by digitaldice.com. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, the great winning streak of 1978 is over, but they had their chances and could not break through. Friday night in Montreal, Dave Parker, with his 12th of the year in the first, gave the Pirates a 1-0 lead. Then Rene Stinnett with a 3-run shot in the sixth made it 4-0 Pittsburgh. But the Expos are a plucky bunch. They're now 18-17 on the young season. They sent 9 to the plate in the seventh to tie it, starting with a Chris Spire single to score Gary Carter. Del Unser singled to score Tony Perez. Warren Cromartie singled to score Wayne Garrett, and then Dave Cash with a fielder's choice to tie the game at 4. To extra innings we go. Pittsburgh failed to score on 2 hits and a walk in the 12th, and then Larry Parrish with a game-winning single to score Tony Perez. The Pirates fall at 27-8. The Expos are 18-17. Hal Dews gets his first win of the year. Bruce Keeson drops to 5-3. It's the Pirates and the Expos on a Friday edition of Major League Baseball 1978 replay. As Retro Sports Network presents our Saturday game of the week. This afternoon from the Olympic Stadium in Montreal, it's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Montreal Expos. Brought to you by digitaldice.com, the best podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Join us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. It's Wayne Twitchell and Bert Blyleven. Play ball! And a good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ron Chuckett. Welcome to the show. I think we got a dandy for you. The Expos are a big surprise in the National League East. They are 18-17. They, of course, would contend in 1979. And if you would think that a meaningful game in May between the Pirates and Expos was actually on the calendar, you would think it was 1979. Both teams kind of coming in a little bit early on the calendar. Now, I got to be honest with you. We're playing in the Dome, so weather does not matter, although there was no Dome in Montreal in 1978. But we're here nor there. We're playing these out of sequence. We've had a couple real-life things happen. Yes, I'm fine. So you're getting the Saturday game that we normally would do on Thursday. You're seeing live now. And then tomorrow I will tape the Friday game, which will be with the Milwaukee Brewers and somebody. I forget who it is. So you'll see that. You'll see him on YouTube in the correct order. But here on Twitch, no, you get your game a day late, and then the YouTube game of the week will be Sunday. All right, Wayne Twitchell, who was 0-4 on the year, goes against Bert B. home by 11 as the Pirates try to reestablish things in the National League East. Let's get to it, shall we? And a number of people to thank as we get started. Navy Vet 1994 and USNDP 1, I believe that's one and the same, has followed on Twitch, along with Russ WG 1970, who just followed again. Thank you so much. So glad to have you both along as we are now at 67 followers here on Twitch. Let's tell you a bit about Wayne Twitchell. Told you he was 0-4. This is his 8th start of the year. He would eventually go to the pen. His last start against the Reds on May 16th. 5 innings, 2 hits, an unearned run. He walked 4 and struck out 2. And so in 36 innings, he's allowed 34 hits, 24 runs, 19 earned. He has walked 23 and struck out 19 and given up 6 homers. And the lineup he will face for Pittsburgh, who had won 15 straight and lost to the Expos on the Friday night game. Starts with Frank Tavares at short, leading off. Omar Moreno in center field will bat second. Dave Parker, the right fielder, will bat third. The Cobras having an MVP year. Lots of lefties in the lineup against this righty pitcher. John Milner is in left. He'll clean up. Willie Stargell is at first. He'll bat fifth. Rennie Stinnett, the second baseman, bats sixth. It's Ed Ott behind the plate. He'll bat seventh. Phil Garner will bat eighth and play third. And Bert Blyleven is on the mound. And the black top, the black pants, and the stovepipe hat. And he will bat ninth. Defensively for the Expos, their first appearance on the replay this year. Warren Cromartie is an 8-5 in left. Andre Dawson is an 8-6 in center. And Ellis Valentine is a 10 in right. Wayne Garrett, who's playing in for the bunt, is a 3 at third. Chris Spire is a 6 at short. Dave Cash is a 7 at second. Tony Perez is a 7 at first. And Gary Carter is an 8-7 behind the plate. Twitchell, not a good defender. 4 range and an 850 WHDH fielding percentage. Tavares at 247. No homers, 11 RBI. Not going to give you any standings today because, as I said, we're taping these or showing these out of order. And so we'll go through at the end of the YouTube exclusive game and show you where things are at the end of business on Saturday. And, of course, Aladar fans, he doesn't win the Preakness either. So, Affirmed is ready to roll in Baltimore. We're ready to go here. Twitchell begins with a walk to Tavares, and that's not what the Expos wanted. Omar Moreno at 295, 2 homers and 13 RBI. Throw to first, Tavares is back. They're going to pinch out, runner does not go, and the count goes to a ball and no strikes. Moreno squares, and so the infield will play back in at the corners. Moreno grounds that one up the middle. He drew it back. Tavares goes to third. I believe they hit and ran. And the Pirates have runners in the corners and nobody out for Dave Parker. At 366, 12 homers and 41 RBI. Just the start of things here. We should be back to our normal Tuesday, Thursday live schedule on Twitch next week. And Sunday, don't forget, it's the NFC Divisional Playoff from our 1986 replay between the New York Giants and Chicago Bears from Soldier Field. Pitch to Parker. There goes Moreno. Ground ball, left field. That's a base hit. The hit and run. Tavares will score. Moreno goes to third, and Parker is on with a single. 1-0 Pittsburgh. Brings up John Milner at 318. No homers and 8 RBI. So Twitchell, not the start he wanted. Everybody's reached so far. And a run is in. And there's a little looper up the middle. Moreno will score. Parker will stop at second. And it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. So here's Willie Stargell. 274. 3 homers and 12 RBI. 11 pitches for Wayne so far. And it's not gone his way. Got away from Carter, and everybody holds up. It was in the dirt, got away. Carter picked it up, and Parker wisely will hold, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes. So did I mention Julian 10087? I'll go through them all again when more than one person watches. But thanks to the new 4 followers, we now have 67. Here's the pitch to Stargell, and it hit him. Well, Wayne Twitchell's not covering himself in clover now, is he? Got him on a 1-2, went at the shoulder, and here's Stinnett at 286, 3 homers and 19 RBI. Bases loaded, nobody out. Pirates leading 2-0 to start the ball game. The Expos haven't even batted yet. Twitchell deals, and there's a little looper into left center field. Parker will score. Milner will hold at third, and there's still nobody out. 3-0 Pittsburgh, and here's Ed Ott at 341, a homer and 11 RBI. Pitch from Twitchell Ought, this might be an out. Dawson coming in, left center field, makes the catch. Milner will tag. Dawson uncorks one to the plate. It's going to be close, and Milner scores. So it's 4-0. And there's finally an out. And now bring up Phil Garner, who's at 207. 2 homers and 9 RBIs. So Twitchell, this is the nightmare start. He's down 4 before the Expos can even bat. Garner pops it up. Carter to the screen. He's on that running track and makes the catch for the out. 2 away. You know it's not necessarily your day when the pitcher bats in the first inning. Bert Blyleven is 1 for 20 on the year with 10 strikeouts. Twitchell delivers, and there's a chopper to third. Garrett will flip it across to Perez, and that finally will retire this. No, it doesn't. It's an infield hit. It was a bang-banger. Garrett was kind of late with the throw, and Blyleven beat it out. And for the Expos on a Saturday, they are pretending to be the bug, not the windshield. Tavares walked and scored his first time up. 9 batters in for Wayne Twitchell, 2/3 of an inning. 5 hits, 4 runs all earned, and he's walked a batter. Has a whip of 9. Here's the pitch to Tavares. There's a chopper to Garrett, and that's not going to get anybody. Garrett misplayed it, and it's 5-0 on the air. That hit under the glove. That looked more like Mrs. Garrett from the Facts of Life in Different Strokes than Wayne. And that'll be Omar Moreno now, who is singled and scored. So Twitchell is not out of the first inning yet, and the Pirates have batted around. Here's the pitch, and that hit him. And that'll do it for Wayne Twitchell. It is now 6-0. He has hit 2 batters. And Dan Schatzeder will come into pitch. Well, Dan making his second appearance of the year, and he is in this one probably for the haul. He has been here for 4 days. Pitched against the Reds on the 16th, the first day he was with Montreal. 2 innings, a hit, a run, it was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 1, and those are his numbers with the Expos. He is a fastball pitcher at 89 and a flyball pitcher. That was some kind of terrible pitching. How you doing? I can't because your color is green. So thank you, whoever that is. Oh, no, you're not. You are going to be... You're a troll. So Dave Parker's up 1 for 1. He's got himself a run scored and an RBI. Bases loaded, 6-0 Pittsburgh. All right, let's... You get blocked. Always nice to have the trolls out there early. Parker at the plate. Schatzeder delivers, and Dave sends that one into right center field. Blyleven and Tavares will score. Moreno goes into third, and Valentine will pick it up. It's a single for Parker, and it's 8-0 Pittsburgh. Here's John Milner. John is 1 for 1. Singled, scored, and drove in a run. Pitch from Schatzeder. Hit him. So the Pirates have been hit 3 times in this game, and we're still in the first inning. You'd think this was a Houston Astro game or something like that. Brings up Willie Stargell, who was hit by a pitch and scored. 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Pittsburgh. The Expos have 27 outs to get it all back. Pitch to Stargell, ball 4. I think Ratcast Gardner borked my computer here. That makes it 9-0 here. Here's Tenet, who is 1 for 1. He's got an RBI single and a run scored. Parker on third, Milner on second, Stargell on first. Pitch to Tenet is a ground ball to Spire, flips it to Cash, and we're finally done with the inning. But the Pirates get 9 runs, 9, on 6 hits, an error, and a whole bunch of hit batters. Half an inning in the books. Pittsburgh 9, Montreal nothing. So Blyleven, a fastball pitcher, not a fly ball or a ground ball, strikeout artist, throws it at 90, making his 9th start of the year. He is 4-3. And you would think, with the way the Pirates are playing, that Blyleven would be better than 4-3 on the year. His last start was against the Dodgers 5 days ago. 7 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs all earned. He didn't walk anybody and struck out 6. In 60 2/3 innings, he's allowed 60 hits, 4 home runs, 38 runs total, 28 earned. He has walked 14 and struck out 40 and has sat a while. So Warren Cromartie will lead off for Montreal. I forgot we haven't even done the Expos lineup yet. Dave Cash will bat second at second. Andre Dawson will hit third in center field. Gary Carter behind the plate will clean up. Ellis Valentine in right will bat fifth. Tony Perez, the first baseman, bats sixth. Wayne Garrett, the third baseman, bats seventh. Mets fans will be happy with that. Chris Spire, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Dan Chatzeder, who didn't even start the game, threw 15 pitches in his part of the first, as the Pirates lead 9-0. John Milner, a 6 and a 1 in left. That is the very definition of a ramen noodle arm. Omar Moreno, a 7 and 6 in center. Dave Parker, a 10 and a 10 in right. You can't do any better than that. Phil Garner, a 5 at third. Frank Tavares, a 6 at short. Rennie Stinnett, a 6 at second. Willie Stargell, a 6 at first. And Ed Ott, a 5 and a 3 behind the plate. Bert Blyleven is an 8 on the mound. Cromartie at 267, 3 home runs and 13 RBI. Pitch from Blyleven. Cromartie, that's a base hit up the middle. And the Expos, well, you need 9. You got 27 outs to do it. Get it with a single in the first. Here's Dave Cash, 279, 2 homers and 11 RBI. Pitch to Cash is a ground ball to short. Might be 2. Stinnett for 1, and they're not going to even throw. Stinnett is hurt. Cromartie with a roll block slide, and Stinnett comes up limping. Cromartie and Stinnett exchange a couple words. That brings up Dawson. Andre at 259, 8 homers already, and 20 RBI. Cash with a big lead off at first. Gonna go. It's a strike. He can't get the lead. Well, the Expos are off like a herd of thundering turtles here. Pitch to Dawson. Struck him out. Blyleven got him on an 0-2 breaking ball that was into the glove of Ed Ott. Foul tipped. So 2 out for Gary Carter. 266, 6 homers, and 19 RBI. 9-0 Pirates in the first inning. Pitch to Carter. Into left. Milner in the corner. And someone from NDG makes that play. Good-sized crowd, but the Labatt 50's already flowing here. As the count is a ball and 2 strikes to Carter. Blyleven's pitch. Carter. Little looper into right center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Cash will go to third. Carter on first. And 2 out and 2 on for Ellis Valentine, who has struggled a fair bit early on in the year. 231, 5 homers and 16 RBI. Blyleven's pitch, and that got away from Ott. Cash will score. Carter moves to second on the wild pitch. And so it's 9-1. It's taken us 20 minutes to do the intro in the first inning. So a 1-1 count to Valentine. Blyleven's pitch into left center. Back goes Moreno. He'll go back to make the catch, and that will retire the side. The Expos get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We finally finished the first inning. It's the Pirates 9, the Expos 1. So Ott, who I believe was hit by a pitch his first time up. Garner and Blyleven to face Schatzeder here in the second. The lefty deals. Ott strikes out. So a 1-2 fastball just below the belt for strike 3 for Phil Garner. Phil is 0 for 1. Got a new Patreon series coming up, too. Going to play the 1994 Expos and the 2019 Washington Nationals in a best-of-7. Watch for that starting soon right here on Retro Sports Network. Garner's 0 for 1. Fly ball to left. Cromartie goes back to make the catch for the second out. So a much easier second so far. Here's Blyleven. He's 2 for 21 on the year. He's hitting he's hitting 0.95. Here's the pitch. Got him, so Schatzeder gets the side in order. He swung on and missed a fastball for strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, but inning and a half in the books. It's 9-1 Pittsburgh. Tony Perez, Wayne Garrett, and Chris Spire. Perez at .352. 2 homers and 27 RBI. Blyleven's pitch struck him out. He got him on a full count swinging. Good start for Perez in the month of May. Well, it's 20 days in. He's hitting .453 for the month before that at bat. Wayne Garrett is at .368. You see there with the picture from the 1976 season and the Olympics being in Montreal. 7 for 19, that's .368. He's walked twice and struck out once. Pitch. And there's a laced hit into center field for a base hit. So the Expos have their third hit. Brings up Spire at .314, no homers and 11 RBI. Blyleven's pitch. Got him. Spire swung on and missed at the changeup on an 0-2 count, and that's 3 for Blyleven. And now bring up Schatzeder, who is really now making an emergency start. Is not having at bat. .222, a homer, and 7 RBI in the real year. And because of the circumstances of Twitchell not making it out of the first, going to have to stay in the game. And there's a long drive to center, and it's gone. Dan Schatzeder is homered, and it's 9-3. Watch this one again. Schatzeder just blasted that one into right center field. And on a night or on an afternoon when the Pirates spot Blyleven for 9, it's now a 6-run game. It's 9-3. Blyleven, 33 pitches through an inning and 2/3. He's faced 9 batters, giving up 4 hits. The home run to Schatzeder. Hasn't walked anybody and struck out 3. Cromartie singled to start the ball game for Montreal. Pitch from Blyleven. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Stinnett behind the bag at second, over to first, and that will retire the side. But the Expos get 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. We've played 2. It's Pittsburgh 9, Montreal 3. So Schatzeder, as the Pirates start their third trip through the lineup in the third inning. 29 pitches through an inning and a third. He has given up a hit, no runs. He has walked 1 and struck out 2. Tavares reached on a fielder's choice. Beg your pardon, he reached on an error and scored twice in the first. Here's the pitch from Schatzeder. There's a looper into right center for a base hit. That's a 7th hit for the Pirates. The Expos have 4. And here's Moreno. Hit by a pitch and singled in the first. Drove in a run and scored twice. He has 33 runs now on the year. Ball 4. Well, so much for Schatzeder helping out his own cause. Brings up Dave Parker. You don't normally see the highlight of the day being shown in the 3rd inning. But Parker has singled twice, scored once, and driven in 3. Here's the pitch. There's a base hit into right center field. Tavares will round third and hold. And they are loaded for Milner, who is singled, scored, and driven in a run and was also hit by a pitch in the first. Safe to say this game will not go down in one of the greatest games in Montreal Expos history. Pitch to Milner into left center. Dawson should have it. He does, and Tavares will score without a throw, and Moreno moves up 90 himself. So with 1 out here in the 3rd, it's 10-3 Pittsburgh. Stargell has walked, driven in a run, and scored. Was also hit by a pitch. So 1 out, 10-3 Pittsburgh. Ground ball to first. Perez trying for 2. They get Parker at second. Throw back to first. Do they get Willie? No. Moreno will score to make it 11-3. And Stargell's on first with 2 out. First to net, who is 1 for 2, has singled, scored, and driven in a run. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Garrett over to second for the sure out, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates get 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors after 2.5. It's Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 3. So Cash, Dawson, and Carter here in the 3rd. You would think, when you look at the ballpark stadium attributes, that offense would not be what you would see here in Montreal. Lefties have a 2% disadvantage in hitting and a 25% disadvantage in home runs. Righties hit 8% worse than average and 31% worse in home runs. And Cash sends that one into left. Milner is there for the out, 1 away. Andre Dawson struck out his first time up, 1-3 on the card by Blyleven. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. He got him on a 1-2 just below the belt. So that's 4 for Burt. And that brings up Gary Carter, who was 1 for 1 with a single. Here's the pitch. Into left center, Moreno goes back and makes the catch to retire the side. The Expos go down quietly in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors after 3. Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 3. So Schatzeder trying to work his 3rd inning here. Gets the fatigue warning. He'll face Ott, Garner, and Blyleven. Ott is struck out and hit a sac fly in the first. 0 for 1. Ground ball foul first base side. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Schatzeder from the wind. Up the middle, Cash over to first, and there's 2 away. We're 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Here's Phil Garner. He's 0 for 2 on a night full of great success for the Pirates. Phil Garner hasn't done much. Here's the pitch. And there's a looper into left center field. That's a base hit. And so that'll bring up Blyleven, who is 1 for 2. He is singled, struck out, and scored. 11 runs, 9 hits now for the Pirates. They've left only 4 on. The Expos, 3 runs, 4 hits in there, and they've left 1 on. Blyleven, great little nubber up the middle. Cash to the bag himself, and he will not throw to first. So they get the fours, and Blyleven is on for Tavares. So Schatzeder threw 3 innings, 67 pitches, 4 hits, 2 runs, all earned. He has walked 2 and struck out 2. Tavares is 1 for 2 with a walk, and he has scored all 3 times. And this time he sends one up the middle. Cash flips it over to Perez, and that will retire the side. The Pirates go down almost quietly. No runs, a hit, no errors. 3.5 down. Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 3. So Ellis Valentine, Tony Perez, and Wayne Garrett here in the 4th. Ellis is 0 for 1. Blyleven's pitch struck him out. That's 5. He got a 1-2 call and late called strike 3. And Valentine is out. Perez struck out his first time up. Blyleven. Ground ball base hit left side. So Perez is on with a single. That's the 5th for Montreal. Brings up Wayne Garrett, who singled his first time up. Can you hear the cat snoring? Yep. Garrett, ground ball base hit up the middle, and Perez will hold at second, so runners on first and second, 1 out. For Spire, who struck out his first time up, so Blyleven has whiffed 5, but allowed 6 hits. Here's the pitch, and there's a line drive to Garner. Looky what I found. Hello, Mom. 2 out for Schatzeder, who homered in his lone at-bat of the game. Neither who can hit a lefty. So Jerry White makes his season debut, hitting 200 in the real year, 2 for 10. 2 out, Cromartie on deck. Blyleven's pitch. And there's a base hit left center field. Perez will round third and score. Garrett moves to third, and it's 11-4 Pittsburgh. Did you hear my arm snap there? So that brings up Cromartie, who's 1 for 2, is singled. Blyleven threw 18 batters, 63 pitches, 3 2/3 innings, 7 hits, a homer, and struck out 5. And Cromartie grounds one to Stargell, who'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. The Expos keep plugging away after 4, run on 3 hits and no errors. Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 4. Can't go with Grimsley. Can't go with May. Can't go with Rod Dews, can I? Bill Atkinson will come in the game. This is his 12th appearance of the year. He's thrown 12 2/3 innings. He doesn't have a record and an ERA of 7.82, which is never good. He last went against the Reds 2 days ago, so Thursday. He went an inning, nothing else across. Over the course of the season, 12 2/3 innings, 14 hits, no homers, 12 runs, 11 earned. He's walked 14 and struck out 6. He's already pitched 5 times against the Reds and 3 times against the Mets. Fastball pitcher at 95, and if he plays his cards right, he could throw 2 innings here. Omar Moreno has walked, singled, and was hit by a pitch. He scored 3 times. He's got a hat trick for runs, and we're only in the 5th. In the right center, Dawson is there, 1 away. Brings up Dave Parker, who has singled 3 times and driven in 3 runs. Has only scored once in this 11-4 game in the top of the 5th. Pitch. And there's a fly ball to right. Valentine will come in to make the catch. 2 out. The Expos actually going to get the side in order here. John Milner is 1 for 1. He has singled, scored, driven in 2, was hit by a pitch in sac fly to left center. And this time he lines one to Garrett at third, and the Pirates do go down in order. I'm not going to run an ad. No one's here to watch. Halfway home, we hope. It's the Pirates 11, the Expos 4. Yep, you're seeing that right. They sent 15 men to the plate in the first. 15. So Twitchell, well, only 4 of those runs were earned. 2/3 of an inning. 5 hits. 9 runs. 4 earned. A walk. He only threw 39 pitches. He also hit 3 batters. Schatzeder, 3 1/3 good innings. Never mind the 2 runs. And Atkinson with a clean 5th. Blyleven threw 4, 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 1 and struck out 5. Dave Cash is 0 for 2. Has a run scored. And there's a line drive into center. Moreno won't be able to get there, and Cash has himself a bloop single. For Andre Dawson, who's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Blyleven looks for number 6, and he's got it. An 0-2 curve or fastball in there at the knees, and Dawson is struck out 3 times. The Expos' loss will make them 18-18. The Pirates would go to 28-8. Carter's single. Gary's 1 for 2. And there's a base hit into left field. Milner will pick it up. Cash will hold at second. And that brings up Ellis Valentine, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So Blyleven at 80 pitches here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. But unless the bottom drops out, he should get his 5th win of the year. Left side, Garner into foul territory on that running track, and the bullpen mound makes the catch for the out. Here's Tony Perez. Tony 1 for 2. He's singled. He scored. He struck out. Had the game-winning run last night to end the Pirates' 15-game hit win streak. And this time he slaps it into right field, opposite way. Cash will score. Carter moves to third, and it's 11-5. So it brings up Wayne Garrett, who's 2 for 2. He has singled twice and scored once. 2 out. Expos have runners in the corners. This is still a game. Popped up. Ott takes off the mask, and that will retire the side. The Expos strand 2, but they get another run on 3 hits and no errors. We've played 5. It is Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 5. So Stargell, Stinnett, and Ott. Stargell is driven in 2. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Hit by a pitch, walked home a run in the 3rd. He forced in a run. They couldn't turn the double play. Ground ball to first. Perez will flip it to Atkinson, covering for the out. So Atkinson's retired all 4 men he's faced. Here's Stinnett. It was 1 for 3. He is singled, driven in a run, and scored. The RBI's his 20th. Atkinson's pitch. Ground ball to Garrett at third, across the way, and that is 2 out. So Atkinson will bat here. The Expos just need to eat innings. Here's Ott. It is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Does have an RBI. Got that sac fly in the 1st. Popped up center field. Dawson is there, and that will retire the side. But the Expos get the side again. Atkinson has retired all 6 men he's faced. No runs, no hits, no errors. 5.5 down. 11-5 Pittsburgh. So Spire, Atkinson, and Cromartie. Spire 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Blyleven's pitch, and there's a chopper to short. Tavares better hurry. Long throw to first, and Spire beat it out. Atkinson can actually hit, and so we're going to let him do that. He's 2 for 4 in the real-life replay. But he strikes out. Of course he does. So we looked at a full-count curveball from Blyleven, who's now at 102 pitches. That brings up Cromartie. So through 27 batters, Blyleven, 5 1/3 innings, 11 hits. The home run to Schatzeder, pardon me. He hasn't walked anybody, but he struck out 7. Spire goes. Cromartie will take a ball, and Spire couldn't get the pitch. They'll do it again. There goes Spire. The throw down from Ott, and he's safe. So for Spire, that's his second stolen base of the year. Cromartie 1 for 3. Spire in scoring position. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. 11-5 Pittsburgh. Ground ball, base hit right side. Spire will hold. Cromartie is 2 for 4. That's the 12th hit. The Expos about hit the Pirates. Brings up Dave Cash, who is 1 for 3. Singled and scored twice. Dawson, who has struck out all 3 times, is on deck. Right to Blyleven. They're going to try for 2. Spire's going to try and score. Stinnett for 1. Over to Stargell. Can Cash beat it out? No. So Stargell got the grab. It was a bad throw in the dirt. Stargell dug down and kept his foot on the bag, and they were able to turn it. So the run will not score. We've played 6. It is still Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 5. And Atkinson will come out for his 3rd inning. He has retired all 6 men he faced. Garner 1 for 3. Blyleven maybe, and Tavares to follow. Struck him out. Got him on a 2-2 curve. So let's see what they do with Blyleven, who is 1 for 3. He has scored a run and struck out. Blyleven will stay in the game, and Atkinson gets him by way of the K. He swings and misses on the hard curve. And there's 2 out. For Frank Tavares, who's 1 for 3. He has scored 3 times. He has singled, walked, and done another bunch of other things. Pitch from Atkinson. There's a base hit in the right center field. Tavares will hold it first. And that's finally the 10th hit for the Pirates. 11 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They've left 5 on. The Expos, 5 runs, 12 hits in the air, and they've stranded 6. Moreno has scored 3 times. Omar is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Carter and Atkinson go out to discuss the weather. And Moreno, ground ball to short. Spire takes it to the bag himself. And that will retire the side. Stretch time here in Montreal. 11-5 Pittsburgh. How about that Celine Dion? Isn't she a firecracker on the organ today? Andre Dawson has struck out all 3 times. Carter and Valentine to follow. Pitch to Dawson is a fly ball to left. Milner goes over in the corner. And someone from Sherbrooke makes that catch. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Blyleven's pitch. Dawson makes contact. Ground ball to Garner. Diving stop by the back of third. Long throw to first, and they got him. So Garner had to dive towards the line. Did the vacuum cleaner play for the first out. Gary Carter is 2 for 3. Now hitting .275 on the year. Struck him out. He got him on a full count fastball. Looking, and that's 8 from Blyleven. Brings up Ellis Valentine, who's 0 for 3. And, of course, the Pirates have such a great pen. Ground ball to short. Tavares, quick throw to Stargell. Valentine's got some wheels, and he beat it out. So the 13th hit for the Expos, but they only have 5 runs to show. Tony Perez is 2 for 3. He singled twice. Scored, struck out, and drove in a run. And he lines this one right to Tavares, who makes a leaping catch to retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We've played 7, Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 5. Dave Parker is 3 for 4. Has singled 3 times and driven in 3. Atkinson's day should be done. I want to go with Hal Dews, and I think I will. Dews pitched yesterday. Is a 1-2 record, 7 games. He started twice. Has an ERA of 4.15. Last night against the Pirates in their win, 2 innings, 3 hits, a walk. 17 in the 3rd innings. 25 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned. He walked 12 and struck out 5. And this is pretty much his game at this point. Parker, as I said, 3 for 4. And now he sends that one to left center field. Back goes Cromartie to the track. Makes the catch. 1 out. John Milner's 1 for 2. He's driven into and scored a run. That 1 hit was a single. Line drive, foul. Right side. Somebody from Pittsburgh, New York, makes that catch. We'll listen to the Expos and Dave Van Horn and Duke Snyder on WEAV 960 out of Plattsburgh. Of course, the flagship for the Expos in 1978 was CFCF 60. John Milner is 1 for 2. He's driven in 2. He's got himself a single and a run scored. Someone just took a look and went, oh, this game's over. I'm going to not watch. Milner singles in the right center field. And that's the 11th hit for the Pirates. Milner, good chance to steal. Here's Stargell. He's 0 for 2 with 2 RBI. A run scored and a walk. Pirates got 9 runs in the first. Throw to first. Milner is back. Pitch to Stargell is a ground ball right back to Dews. His only play is to first, and Perez is there. Milner will go to second. Stinnett 1 for 4. Rennie has an RBI. Run scored. 2 out. Top of the 8th. DJ John, good morning. How are you? Pirates got 9 in the first. Expos snapped the winning streak for Pittsburgh last night in 13 innings. In fact, the Pirates blew a 4-0 lead to do that. We are off kilter, so we're actually doing this one before our tape game. So all the results for the rest of the week, you'll have to wait till the YouTube video goes up on, when am I doing that? Saturday, I think. Pitch to Stinnett is a line drive foul left side. Quebec City for that one. And the count is 0-2. John, what time at night would you be available on, let's say, a Monday night? Pitch to Stinnett is a ground ball to Cash over to first, and the side is retired. So Milner is set down, and that'll do it for Bert Blyleven. Will McEnany comes in to pitch. That's a great studio shot of Will. He hasn't pitched yet. Oh, yes, he has pitched for the Pirates. He's coming on. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 11-5, Pittsburgh. So this is Will's 4th relief appearance. He's only in town for another week, and I'm assuming that he's going to Cincinnati. He's a fastball pitcher, fly ball pitcher, and he tops out 89. This is his 4th appearance. He went an inning and 2/3 on the 12th, so hasn't pitched in 8 days. Against the Padres, an inning and 2/3, a hit, so overall 4 innings, 4 hits, and 2 strikeouts. All right, so let's do, I will figure that out. But let's figure game 1 Monday night at 9 Eastern time for our new Patreon series. The 2019 Washington Nationals and the 1994 Montreal Expos. We'll figure out who's at home. But Monday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Playing 2 East Coast teams on the Pacific Coast schedule. Of course we are. Wayne Garrett is 2 for 3. Wayne has singled twice. Can't hit against a righty. Larry Parrish will come in. Larry at 267, no homers and 10 RBI. Pitch struck him out. Well, that worked. 2-2 was a swing and a miss fastball at 89, 1 out for Spire. Chris is 1 for 3. He has singled, stolen a base. In fact, he's already stolen more bases in the replay than he did in real life. He's got 2-1. And he struck out once. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive into center field. Moreno will pick it up off a hop. And that's the 14th hit for the Expos. But they trail 11-5. Yep. And, oh, goody. I got a pinch hit for Haldus. I'm delighted. I can't tell you how happy I am. Stan Pappy will pinch hit. 5 for 12 on the year. 2 doubles and an RBI. Spire off at first, 1 out. And there's a base hit left field. Milner by the line will pick it up on a hop. And the Expos have runners on first and second. And 1 out for Cromartie, who is 2 for 4. Warren, after that terrible 9-run top of the first, singled. And he hits his splits either way. 297 versus lefties and 297 versus righties. Pitch to Cromartie is a fly ball to right. Parker going back there, and it's off the wall. So Parker got a bad jump. Spire will score. Poppy is on third. And it's runners in the corners, 1 out, and it's 11-7. So the Pirates at one point were up 9-0 before the Expos could get a bat. And it's now a 4-run game. So Cash at the plate. Dave is 1 for 4. He has singled, scored twice, and grounded into a double play. McEnany's pitch. Fly ball left field. Milner in the corner to make the catch. And Cromartie's going to run on that bad arm. The throw in there is not in time, and Cromartie essentially steals second. So that brings up Dawson, who's 0 for 4. He has struck out 3 times. So lots of streaming coming up. City Skyline Saturday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. As I readjust, the Giants and Bears play their NFC playoff game Sunday, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Winner will play San Francisco in the NFC Championship. Patreon baseball coming to you, the Expos and the Nats, the 94 Spos and the 2019 Nationals. John, who do you want to be the home team in that? Monday night, 9 Eastern. And along with a regular trio of baseball games coming up next week. Pitch to Dawson is a line drive base hit left side. Cromartie will score. Dawson's in with a double. He ripped that one past a diving Gardner. And it's 11-8. Gary Carter is 2 for 4. He has singled twice and struck out once. Could the Expos really bring the tying run to the plate? Line drive, Garner's there and makes the catch. So the Expos at least have made this interesting. 3 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. We've played 8. It's Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 8. Larry Parrish stays in the game. He's a 5 at third. And they're going to use an overworked Darrell Knowles to go the 9th. Pitching for the 13th time this year. Knowles is 1-1 with an ERA of 3.18. All right, so the Nationals will be the home team. He's pitched, this is his 4th time in 5 days, an inning and 2/3 last night, 2 hits, a walk and a strikeout, 17 innings, 16 hits. There's not a lot of home runs, 6 runs earned, all of them aren't earned. He's walked 17 and struck out 9. So Ott, Garner, and a pinch hitter. Ott 0 for 3. He has struck out and driven in a run. And he sends this one to Cash over to first for the out. So here's Garner, 1 for 4. Everybody except for Stargell and Ott have hits. And Tavares and Moreno have scored 3 times apiece. For the Expos, everybody, all the starters had a hit, except for Wayne Twitchell, who didn't even get to bat because he was done in 2/3 of an inning. Garner laces that one for a base hit up the middle. So that's the 12th hit for the Pirates. And you know we're getting a pinch hitter here. Manny Sanguillen. 243, no homer, 6 RBI. So Knowles just wants to get out of this one unscathed. Ground ball to third. Parrish to Cash for 1. Over to Perez, and I think by George he's done it. So the side does go down. The Pirates get a run, no runs, a hit, and no errors. Kent DeColvey comes in to save it. Pittsburgh 11, Montreal 8. So DeColvey, in his 21st appearance, is now 3-0 with 11 saves and a 2.16 ERA. Ground ball pitcher who features the fastball at 88. He went 2 innings last night, allowed a hit, and that's it. 25 innings, 19 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned. He walked 13 and struck out 7. DJ John, or John Marichich, is indeed a DJ. And if you are in the Southern California area and would like to hire John for your wedding or party, let us know and we can make that happen for you. I can just see John rocking out to the latest in Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. Maybe a little Adele. Hello, it's me. I'm outside your window not thinking about you after you broke up with me for the 15th time. Ellis Valentine is 1 for 4. He is singled and struck out. Perez and Parrish to follow. DeColvey's pitch is a fly ball to right. Parker in the corner in the foul territory makes the catch for the first out. John's going, please don't sing. Perez is 2 for 4. Tony is singled twice, an RBI, struck out and scored. So, our latest followers, Julian 10087, that sounds like a zip code. Navy Vet 1994, hello Clinton Parks, how are you? And USNDP1, I think that is also Clinton Parks. Thanks for the follow. And one of my YouTube subscribers, Russ WG 1970. The latest here on Twitch. Pitch to Perez is popped up. Garner by the Pirate dugout, third base side. And somebody from, Ile Saint Laurent makes that play. John realizes that I sang. I was about to say that, we can make something happen for you as you rock yourself out to T. Swizzy and Katy Perry and Adele. Pitch to Perez. Ball 4. So 1 out for Parrish, who struck out his first time up. To Colby deals. Line drive, left field. Milner tracks it down. Perez will go back to first. And the Expos are down to their last out. Chris Spires had himself a day. 2 for 4. Single twice and struck out. Stole a base and scored a run. So if Spires should extend the ballgame, we got to figure out who's going to hit. But that hitter would be the tying run here in the 9th. Pitch from Tekulve. Ground ball to Tavares, makes a good play over to Stinnett, and that is the ball game. So, all that shiny and new stuff is over. The Pirates win this one 11-8. So Bert Blyleven goes to 5-3, 7 innings, 13 hits, 5 runs all earned, a homer to Dan Schatzeder of all people. He didn't walk anybody and struck at 8. He had minus stuff. Let's go down that Old Town Road. McEnany gave up 3 runs in his inning, and Tekulve picked up his 12th save. Wayne Twitchell is definitely not your digital dice MVP. 2/3 of an inning, 5 hits, 9 runs, 4 earned, and a walk. Schatzeder, 3 1/3, pitched well. Also got the homer. Atkinson retired 9 of the 10 men he faced. Dews went an inning, and so did Darrell Knowles. So Blyleven 5-3, Twitchell 0-5, 11-12-0 for the Pirates, 8-17-1 for Les Expos. The Pirates are now 28-8. And since you missed it at the beginning of the stream, we were taping these out of order. Real life struck in the way. I've not done the Friday night game yet, so no standings and scores. We'll do all that in the tape game, and I know it's the Brewers because they got to do the stadium. So, live streams coming up. City Skylines, Saturday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. NFC Divisional Playoff between the Bears and the Giants from Soldier Field, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Sunday, Patreon Baseball, Expos and Nats from D.C., Monday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, along with our regular schedule. Tuesday and Thursday, hopefully the real-life complications are done. I'm Ron Juckett. Have yourself a great Friday, or on YouTube, a great Sunday. Talk to you soon.